Welcome, dear students. Today we are going to study the first chapter of geography of class 9, that is India, size and location. Now, if we talk about our country, it is one of the ancient civilizations in the world, and it has achieved multifaceted socio-economic progress during the last 5 decades. It has moved forward, displaying remarkable progress in the field of agriculture, industry, technology, and overall economic development. India has also contributed significantly to the making of the world history. India got its independence in the year 1947. Until now, the progress which we have seen in the fields, different fields of agriculture, we talk about green revolution, industrialization, IT hubs, IT parks are there, and overall economic development is also there. So, we will start the chapter India, size and location with its location, where it is actually located. So, before knowing the exact location of our country, let us first of all know, we might have studied in class, in the junior classes also, about latitudes and longitudes. First of all, you need to know this. Longitudes are the vertical lines and latitudes are the horizontal lines. If again some confusion is there, you can see here the latitude are the horizontal lines and 0 degree, that is equator, divides the earth into two parts, North Pole and South Pole. Longitude are the horizontal lines and 0 degree is prime meridian. The prime meridian is located at 0 degree. It is neither east or west. So, in this slide you can see the 0 degree equator, from where does it passes, and Tropic of Cancer, that is 23 degree and 30 minutes north. It passes through India from a small district, Mirzapur, Jabalpur. Now, location of India. India is a vast country lying entirely in the northern hemisphere. The mainland extends between latitudes 8 degree 4 minutes north and 37 degree 6 minutes north. This is latitude. And longitude 68 degree 7 minutes east and 97 degree 25 minutes east. The Tropic of Cancer, that is 23 degree and 30 minutes north, divides the country into almost two equal parts, to the southeast and southwest of mainland lie the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Lakshadweep Islands in the Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea respectively. Here you can see the figure. Here you can see the latitudinal and longitudinal extent of India. Latitude 8 degree 4 minutes north to 37 degree 6 minutes north. Here the longitudinal extent 68 degrees 7 minutes east, and 97 degree 25 minutes east. 82 degree 30 minute east, which you can see here, a line, it is called the standard meridian. Do remember the term standard meridian. It passes through Mirzapur. Do remember this term. Now, if we talk about size of our country, the land mass of India has an area of 3.28 million square kilometer. India's total area accounts about 2.4% of the total geographical area of the world. It is 2.4% of the total geographical area of the world. India is the 7th largest country of the world. India has a land boundary of about 15,200 kilometers and total length of coastline of the mainland including Andaman and Nicobar and Lakshadweep is 7,516. Here you can see the extent from north to south and from east to west. In terms of size in area, it is the 7th largest country, 3.28 million square kilometer. Now, the next term, before going to the next point, we'll discuss about the degrees and minutes. You might be confused about that. In Eastern Hemisphere, there are 180 longitudes, and in Western Hemisphere, there are also 180 longitudes. Therefore, the total number of longitudes are 360 degrees. Earth takes 4 minutes to rotate from one latitude to another. So, what is the conclusion? 1 degree is equal to 4 minutes. So, if you multiply 360 into 4, total longitudes are 360 and per degree is equal to 4 minutes. So, 360 longitudes into 4 minutes is equal to 1440 minutes. And if you divide it by 60 minutes, 24 hours is the result. In this way, Earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. So do remember, 1 degree is equal to 4 minutes. Now, if you see the latitudinal and longitudinal extent of India, what you will find that there is the difference of 30 minutes in the north to south and east to west. The latitudinal and longitudinal difference is 30 degrees. So 30 into 4, that is 120. 120 minutes means 2 hours. From Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, there is a time lag of 2 hours. Hence, time along the standard meridian of India, 82 degree and 30 minutes east, passing through Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh, is taken as standard time, because we cannot take if you are living in Gujarat and you have to go to Arunachal Pradesh, in a single country, 2 different times cannot be imagined. So we have taken 82 degree and 30 minutes as a standard meridian, and it passes through Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh. Now, if we talk about India and the world, the Indian land mass has a central location between the East and the West Asia. India is a southward extension of the ancient continent, Asian continent. The trans-Indian Ocean routes which connect the country of Europe in the west and the countries of East Asia provide a strategic central location to India. Note that the Deccan Peninsula protrudes into the Indian Ocean, thus helping India to establish close contact with West Asia, Africa and Europe from the western coast and with Southeast and East Asia from the eastern coast. No other country has a long coastline on the Indian Ocean as India has, and indeed it is India's eminent position in the Indian Ocean, which justifies the naming of the ocean after it, Indian Ocean. One fact for you, since the opening of Suez Canal in 1869, India's distance from Europe has been reduced by 7,000 kilometers with the opening of Suez Canal. The distance between India and Europe has reduced by 7,000 kilometers. Here you can see the central location of India from East Asia and West Asia. India on the international highway of trade and commerce. We have studied about the Silk Route also. So here is the figure in front of you. Now, if we talk about India and the world, India's contact with the world have continued through the ages. But her relationships through the land route are much older than her maritime contacts. Means we have used the land routes, it is much older in comparison to marine. The various passes across the mountains in the north have provided passages to the ancient travelers, while oceans restricted such interaction for a long time. But you can in the old age, you can easily pass through the passes to move to other part of the world. Those routes have contributed in the exchange of ideas and commodities since ancient times, as I have told you about the Silk Route. The ideas of Upanishads and the Ramayana, the story of Panchtantra, the Indian numerals and the decimal system, thus could reach many parts of the world. The spices, muslin and other merchandise were taken from India to different countries. On the other hand, the influence of Greek sculpture and the architectural styles of dome and minarets from West Asia can be seen in different parts of the country. Moving towards the next topic. Next topic is India and its adjacent countries. India occupies an important strategic position in South Asia. India shares its land boundaries with Pakistan, Afghanistan in the northwest, China, Nepal and Bhutan in the north, and Myanmar and Bangladesh in the east. Our southern neighbors across the sea consist of two islands, namely Sri Lanka and Maldives. Sri Lanka is separated from India by a narrow channel of sea formed by Pak Strait and Gulf of Mannar, while Maldives Islands are situated to the south of the Lakshadweep Islands. India has had strong geographical and historical links with her neighbors. Just look at the physical map here. You can find the neighboring countries: Afghanistan, China, Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Myanmar, and Sri Lanka. So, what we have studied in this chapter, it is a very short chapter, of course. We have studied about the introduction of the country, the ancient civilization, we are the ancient civilization in the world, and how we have progressed after the independence and before independence also. After that, I told you about longitudes and latitudes. Of course, longitudes are the vertical lines and latitudes are the horizontal lines. Here you can see latitude, that is 0 degree. It starts from 0 degree, that is equator. Now, after this we studied about the longitude. Prime meridian is the 0 degree and these are the horizontal lines. It is located at 0 degree. After that we studied about India on the globe. You can see the equator, that is 0 degree, and Tropic of Cancer, that is 23 degree and 30 minutes north. Above the equator it is north. Tropic of Cancer passes through a city, Jabalpur. Now, after that we studied about India's location. Here we studied that latitudinally, it is 8 degree 4 minutes north and 37 degree 6 minutes north. Longitudinal extent 68 degree 7 minutes east and 97 degree 25 minutes east. 23 degree 30 minutes north is your Tropic of Cancer, the black line, and 82 degree 30 minute east is your standard meridian. After that we studied about the size of the Indian subcontinent, that is 3.28 million square kilometer, which is about 2.4% of the total world geographical area of the world. It has a land boundary of almost 15,200 kilometers, and total length of the coastline of the mainland including Andaman, Nicobar and Lakshadweep Island is 7,516.6 kilometers. Here you can see on the map clearly. If we talk about our country, India is the 7th largest country in the world and 3.28 million square kilometer in area. Now, after that we discussed about meridians of longitude. In Eastern Hemisphere and Western Hemisphere, 180 degree longitudes are there. So, total of 360. Earth takes 4 minutes to rotate from one longitude to another. So, we can multiply 360 into 4 minutes and we get the answer 1440 minutes. If you divided it by 60, that is 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, we get the answer 24 hours. In this way, Earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. I also told you about that if we look at latitudinal and longitudinal extent of India, you will find that there is a difference of 30 degree. So 30 degree is equal to how many minutes? 1 degree is equal to 4 minutes. So 30 degree is equal to 120 minutes, which is actually 2 hours. So the standard meridian, that is 82 degree and 30 minute east passing through Mirzapur in Uttar Pradesh, is taken as standard time. After that we discussed about India and the world. We discussed about the strategic location of India. It is centrally located, which works as a international highway of trade and commerce, not only by land but by sea and ocean also. One more information for you, the southernmost point of the Indian Union, India, Indira Point, was once considered till 2004. It was considered as the southernmost point of India. But in the year 2004, when tsunami came, it got submerged under the sea. After that, we discussed about India and its adjacent countries, means our neighbors. India's neighboring countries are Afghanistan, Pakistan, China, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Myanmar and Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is in southern coastal plains and it is divided by Pak Strait. And Maldives, it is situated to the south of Lakshadweep Islands. We have Bay of Bengal on the east, and on the western side we are having Arabian Sea. I also told you that the opening of Suez Canal in the year 1869, it reduced the distance between India and the European countries by 7,000 kilometers. It is 7,000 kilometers. It was reduced by 7,000 kilometers. Now, if we talk about some of the questions, if we take some of the questions, the group of islands lying in the Arabian Sea, it is Lakshadweep. The countries which are larger than India, there are 6 countries which are larger than India. Here you can see very easily. Here, Russia, Canada, USA, China, Brazil and Australia. In terms of area, in terms of population, we are second in the world. Island groups of India which lies in its southeast is Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Island countries that are our southern neighbors are Sri Lanka and Maldives. Sri Lanka, it is divided by Pak Strait and Gulf of Mannar. On the other hand, Maldives, they are situated to the south of Lakshadweep Islands. In the next lecture, we'll see about different physical features of India. I hope you understand. Thank you for watching.